Welcome to Andy Warhol, the life, art, and legacy of the Prince of Pop. We will explore the revolutionary artist who transformed everyday objects into masterpieces and forever changed how we see art, celebrity, and culture. This program is brought to you by Series of Thoughts as part of their Art and Culture series.
We begin with Chapter 1, From Pittsburgh to Pop Art Pioneer, tracing Warhol's roots and the rise of his groundbreaking artistic vision. Andrew Warhol was born in 1928 in Pittsburgh to Slovakian immigrant parents. Childhood illness confined him to bed, where he developed a lifelong fascination with drawing and celebrity culture. In 1949, he graduated with a degree in pictorial design, setting the foundation for his future career. In 1950s New York, Warhol found early commercial success as a sought-after illustrator for brands like Tiffany & Company and The New York Times. His distinct style, utilizing repetition and blotted line technique, emerged during this period, bridging commercial art with fine art. The revolution began in 1962 with the debut of the Campbell's soup cans, which shocked the art world by elevating everyday products to fine art. Warhol pioneered the use of silkscreen printing and repetition, creating iconic celebrity portraits like those of Marilyn Monroe. This marked the birth of pop art. Campbell's soup cans, 32 canvases of different varieties, defined the pop art movement. Arranged like products on a shelf, this work transformed the ordinary object into an extraordinary statement on consumerism. The factory was Warhol's silver-draped studio and social hub in the 1960s. It was a cultural epicenter where art, film, and music, including the Velvet Underground, collided. Warhol embraced an assembly line approach, challenging the notion of the solitary artistic genius. Warhol drew inspiration from Marcel Duchamp's ready-mades and pop art contemporaries like Jasper Johns and Roy Lichtenstein. His influence shaped later artists such as Jeff Koons and Damien Hirst, proving his vision was ahead of its time. Chapter 2 explores the art that changed the world, focusing on the masterpieces that defined the pop art era and beyond. Iconic works like the Marilyn diptych explored fame and mortality. Brillo boxes challenged the definition of art, and the Death and Disaster series offered a haunting critique of media desensitization to tragedy. The Marilyn diptych captures Marilyn Monroe's manufactured celebrity in vibrant colors on the left. The right panel fades to black and white, serving as a powerful meditation on the ephemeral nature of fame and mortality. Warhol revolutionized art with silkscreen printing, allowing rapid, reproducible creation. He incorporated photography and collage from mass media, declaring, "I want to be a machine," embracing commercial processes over traditional artistic skill. Warhol transformed celebrities like Elvis Presley and Elizabeth Taylor into colorful icons, capturing their public personas. His lucrative portrait commissions cemented his role as the chronicler of the rich and famous, blurring the lines between fine art and commerce. Warhol created over 600 feet time capsules cardboard boxes filled with daily life ephemera. These obsessive archives contained everything from junk mail to photographs, transforming the banal contents of his desk into conceptual art. Chapter 3 delves into Warhol's cinematic revolution, exploring his profound impact on experimental film. Between 1963 and 1968, Warhol created 650 experimental films. These radical works rejected narrative, using a minimalist approach like 5 Hours of Sleep or 8 Hours of Empire. His static shots and long takes challenged traditional viewer expectations. The film Kiss, for example, is a series of 3-minute silent clips of couples kissing. Shot in extreme close-up, it becomes a stark meditation on time, desire, and the voyeuristic nature of cinema. Warhol's experimental films influenced filmmakers like Steve McQueen and David Lynch, who adopted his voyeuristic style and focus on stillness. He pioneered a new kind of auteur cinema that continues to inspire independent and video artists. The Exploding Plastic Inevitable was Warhol's groundbreaking multimedia performance series. Featuring the Velvet Underground, it blended live music, film, strobes, and slideshows into a total, overwhelming sensory experience, predicting modern multimedia installations. Chapter 4 examines the man behind the myth and his enduring impact, looking at Warhol's later life and lasting legacy. In 1968, Warhol was shot multiple times by Valerie Solanas and pronounced clinically dead before his revival. This brush with death ended the chaotic factory era and intensified his focus on mortality, leading to a more introspective and business-focused artistic phase. Warhol coined the term superstar for his charismatic muses, like Edie Sedgwick. He blurred social boundaries, moving seamlessly between the factory, the art world, and high society, becoming famous for his social presence as much as his art. In the 1980s, Warhol collaborated extensively with young artists like Jean-Michel Basquiat, merging his pop art with neo-expressionism. He also championed Keith Haring, demonstrating his commitment to bridging street art with fine art. Warhol extended his art into television, hosting Andy Warhol's TV and Andy Warhol's 15 Minutes on MTV. These shows treated television as a new canvas, exploring fame and media, and proving his vision was continuously evolving. Warhol's legacy commands record auction prices, inspiring contemporary artists across all mediums. His aesthetic permeates fashion, design, and music, proving his lasting democratization of art. The Andy Warhol Museum in Pittsburgh is the largest single artist museum in North America. It houses an extensive collection of his work, including paintings, films, and his time capsules, serving as a monument to pop art. Warhol famously predicted, "In the future, everyone will be world famous for 15 minutes." He democratized art by embracing mass culture and stating, "Good business is the best art," collapsing distinctions between artistic and commercial success. Warhol's time capsules reveal his obsession with memory and possessions. His declaration, "I want to be a machine," reflected his embrace of reproducible art. His controversial films pushed boundaries on content like sexuality and death, challenging social censorship. Warhol gave birth to modern celebrity culture, predicting influencer fame. His work and the environment of the factory challenged conservative views on sexuality. He remains a cultural mirror, reflecting America's complicated relationship with media and consumerism. Warhol's celebrity portraits transformed subjects into timeless icons. By using artificial colors and repetition, he captured the manufactured public image, the persona, which became more real than the person itself. Andy Warhol died unexpectedly in 1987 at age 58 from complications following routine surgery, shocking the art world. He left behind a vast and indelible legacy that extends far beyond the canvas into every facet of popular culture. Warhol's influence is clear in contemporary artists like Jeff Koons, who embraces mass culture, and Damien Hirst, who systematically explores commerce and death. His pop art sensibility directly informs Takashi Murakami's work, bridging high and low culture. Warhol still matters today, as his questions about originality resonate deeply in our digital age of infinite reproduction. His prediction of 15 minutes of fame perfectly describes modern influencer culture, continuing to inspire new generations of creators. The Prince of Pop transformed the ordinary into the extraordinary, showing us art in the everyday. His fearless innovation redefined artistic boundaries and secured his place as a timeless cultural icon whose vision remains provocative and relevant. Thank you for exploring the life, art, and legacy of Andy Warhol. To learn more, visit the Andy Warhol Museum.